Okay, what's up, everybody? We're going to do a little grad school sort of vlog entry. I'm going to do these once in a while as I go through my grad program. I said I would share here and there, and this is episode number 1. It's April 2nd, 2022. I'm 2 weeks into the program now. So we just started, term just started. For those of you who don't know, I'm in a master's program in clinical mental health counseling, which leads to licensure as a licensed therapist in New York, or really any of 48 U.S. states, depending on where I decide to get licensed. Anyway, so I just started the program, and I wanted to share a couple of things that really have struck me in the first 2 weeks. So there's been a ton of reading, but I knew that that was going to happen. I'm not surprised by that. And I'm a pretty strong reader, so it doesn't bother me. I can read very quickly and absorb pretty quickly. Now, most of the material that I've been asked to read in these first 2 weeks of the term have not been new to me. I've actually been exposed to this stuff before. I'm reasonably familiar with all of what I've had to read so far. But here's the difference. In this setting, in formal training, formal education, there's an accreditation body involved, KCREP. There will be licensure involved, where a regulatory body is going to check that knowledge and check me to make sure that I understand and I'm capable. In this setting, I not only have to read the material, which anybody can do, and God knows I've done a ton of that over the last 10 years, but now I have to prove to qualified people, to licensed people, to people with credentials, smart people, experienced people that I respect. I have to prove to them in this setting that not only have I read the material and been exposed to it and absorbed it, but that I understand it. I have to prove now that I understand the material to the point where I would be able to effectively apply it in a clinical or a helping setting. And that's tremendous. I had not really considered that before. Like, why am I doing this? Well, because knowledge is great. But in this situation, somebody's checking my knowledge, and that is incredibly valuable to me. So now I could say anything I want. But now when I say these things, somebody's going to grade me on that and determine whether or not I really do understand what I've read and whether or not I'm saying is actually accurate, valid, and useful. And I can't tell you how much I'm appreciating that right now. On the flip side of that, it means that I am being forced to now write in an academic setting, which I have not done in a very, very long time. And that is sort of killing me a little bit. That's a mechanical thing. I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to the citation requirements. I'm not used to the research requirements. I'm not used to writing an APA format. I hate the APA. I just hate them because of the format. That's now. See me in 2 or 3 weeks. I'm sure I'll get used to it. But yeah, that's the flip side of that. It's forced me to write in an academic way, which I've not done in a very long time. So I'm getting reacclimated to that. And that's been a little bit more time consuming than I thought. But that, again, that's a mechanical thing. But more than anything else, the value of the formal training at this point, the first value that really hit me in the feels is like, oh yeah, like I can just get on social media to a big audience and say anything I want. But in this setting, the things that I say will be judged. And like, am I saying accurate things? Am I saying helpful things? Am I not saying harmful things? And I'm digging that. I'm really grateful to be in a situation like this where my knowledge and my understanding does get to be checked and verified by people who are way more experienced than me and probably know more than I do. So that's the first thing that sort of hit me. I have some reading to do now. It's beautiful weather. It got warm. It's not windy. It's probably close to 60 degrees right now. The sun is blazing. So I'm going to sit outside and do another hour of reading that I have to do for this week's assignments. I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy these little updates or not, but I'm going to share them anyway. And I don't know, maybe I'll do them every few weeks or so, a couple of times a term. We'll see whenever the urge strikes me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.